In the past 20 years, Nepal has seen landmark political changes which have resulted in major social and economic transformations. The Comprehensive Peace Agreement was signed in November 2006, and the country was declared a republican, federal and secular nation. Politically, Nepal is at a critical juncture. In the continued absence of a new constitution, which was due to be delivered by the former Constituent Assembly, the success of the approaching CA elections will have an important impact on the existence of a political environment conducive to the realization of the Millennium Development Goals. The past Millennium Development Goals Progress Reports of 2002, 2005, 2010 and now 2013 illustrate the government of Nepal's continued commitment to attain these goals.
We did a very good progress and we are really very proud of it. And there are some other areas where targets are still to be met. Sustainability is a very important aspect. Whatever gains that we have achieved in the past, we like to make sure that we do not lose the gains from our achievements. This will be sustained and more efforts will be made to make sure that these services are further expanded and access are given to people living in remotest parts of Nepal.
As per MDG Progress Report 2013, Nepal's potential to achieve many of its MDG targets is promising. Poverty has been steadily reduced over the past 10 years. Nepal's progress on food security and nutrition has also been improving. In primary education, the net enrollment rate has reached over 95%, with gender distribution at the primary and secondary levels almost at parity. In terms of promoting gender equality, women's participation in the non-traditional workforce, such as armed forces and overseas employment, has increased rapidly. The child mortality rate has decreased significantly in recent years, and the target for under 5 mortality rate has been met as of 2013. The maternal mortality rate has seen such great improvements that the government reduced its 2015 target and received a UN Global Award on its progress. It is likely that Nepal will meet its Millennium Development Goal for combating HIV/AIDS, malaria and other diseases. Progress on targets under environmental sustainability has been slow, but targets could potentially be met if concerted effort and resources are committed in the coming 2 years. Global partnerships play a vital role in Nepal's efforts in attaining the Millennium Development Goals targets. Nepal has already begun looking towards the post-2015 environment and is setting goals to continue its commitment to development gains. Nepal's post-2015 development agenda will be guided by its objective of graduating from the least developed country category by 2022. Disparity between rural and urban areas, between gender and social groups, and between rich and poor remains a persistent problem. Similarly, full and productive employment generation within the country continues to be a challenge. As a result, nearly 300,000 Nepalis annually seek work outside of the country, and the economy remains heavily dependent on remittance flows. Nepal is in a trap of low economic growth and high exclusion. To overcome this vicious cycle, Nepal needs to follow the path of inclusive growth through which all citizens, including poor and excluded, not only benefit but are part of the growth process. Progress has been adversely affected by political uncertainty, absence of a stable government, delay in the preparation of an inclusive constitution, and lack of elected national and local bodies.
Well, I think that you could say that Nepal's performance in the MDGs has been very inspirational. I mean, you've got to look at it in the context of the last 10 years and the basic economic and political upheaval and turmoil that this country has faced. And to show the results that Nepal has done, I think, is incredible, and it should be acknowledged. The UN family here in Nepal is very proud of the work that we've done working with the government and development partners, and I think that collaborative approach, I think, has brought us great benefits, as we see, for the people of Nepal in many sectors, social and poverty reduction, and we would like to continue that collaboration and that partnership to make sure that these gains are maintained and as we move forward to the post-2015 agenda.
Planning for the post-2015 agenda has commenced. But it is equally important to remain focused on the remaining works, as only 2.5 years remain to ensure that Nepal meets the MDG target. A positive step towards it has been Nepal's rollout of the MDG acceleration framework to improve access to sanitation coverage. While Nepal's achievements must be acknowledged, it must also maintain its commitment to the sustainability of these efforts.